Hi there, and welcome to this video about our free SWAM Big Band template, which is meant as a starting point for big band writing with Divisimate. I'll quickly go over the template's setup, and after that we'll jump right into some of the essential strategies and writing techniques to get you started. This time I'll use Logic Pro and start right away by downloading the SWAM Big Band template for Logic Pro X and the Divisimate Big Band presets. So let's quickly fire up Divisimate and go to the presets folder by typing Command M. Then I copy the new Big Band folder into Divisimate's presets folder, and we're good to go. Divisimate is already open, so now I'll just open the template session. The Logic environment setup is saved with the project, so it should open up with all the routing already done. And here's the SWAM Big Band ready and waiting. If you have all the necessary plugins installed, the template should open for you in Logic directly like this. Okay, let's have a short look at this instantly playable and highly responsive monster. We have an old SWAM Big Band with 5 saxes, 4 trumpets, 3 trombones and a bass trombone. So brass and saxophones are taking up 13 of the 16 Divisimate ports I can use in Logic. So I have 3 more I can use with my rhythm section. For the rhythm section you can add whatever instruments you prefer. I'll just go with a double bass, my to-go jazz piano and of course a drum set. In this case played with brushes. In this template we are using the new SWAM solo brass and the SWAM saxophones, and for positioning and reverb we used Reverb 2. To do our own positioning and to let these sound better as an ensemble, we did a couple of adjustments to the instruments themselves. First of all, we turned off all internal reverb and early reflection on all instruments. Also, by default, some of the instruments are sounding 1 or multiple octaves lower than played. But we want to do our own transpositions in Divisimate, so undo this transposition so all instruments sound exactly as played. Audio modeling provides different instruments to have some realistic differences between the different instruments of a section. These help both to build a more believable ensemble sound and also to avoid phasing in unison passages. The whole band is set to react to SWAM's defaults CC11 for dynamics and CC1 for vibrato. On the highest level of CC1, the brass will perform a shake. The strength of the attacks and the legato speed can be controlled with the note velocity. The positioning is done using Reverb 2, as in all other templates and teaser videos, to get that depth impression of a band on an actual scoring stage. For the reverb tail I used a jazz hall preset, but you can use whatever sounds best to you. So this is how the template is set up. Let's check out what we can do with it. As I use a breath and bite controller by Tech Control to control dynamics and vibrato, I have both hands free for playing. Performing within a musical flow, at least my brain is inspired in a completely different way, as the instruments literally breathe and swing as one ensemble, which makes it so much more realistic. I've got a bunch of orchestration presets laid out here on my Perform page, and I use my iPad to switch between them during playing. Let's look at the presets to understand why this is such a good way to at least start getting to know your way around big band writing. So of course you can read about combining instruments in unison and octaves, the brass, reeds and mixed timbres, apply mutes and so on, but in my opinion it's much fun to simply try out these colors right away in real time. I can quickly combine and compare different melody colors. 2 tenors and 4 trombones. Two alters and 1 trumpet. And here's 2 altos with 3 trumpets with Harmonmute. The SWAM brass are offering a variety of mutes for every instrument, which can be changed through MIDI controllers. This means that I can use the trigger module to change between mutes and presets and combine even more different colors and combinations. And of course, another world opens up once you start to use octave transpositions. So here's 2 tenors with 2 altos an octave higher. And here's 2 tenors with 2 altos an octave higher with 3 trumpets with Harmonmute. The other very basic and yet powerful technique to write big band parts is called concerted writing. The core idea is harmonizing a lead line in close 4-note chords like this. Here's 2 altos and 2 tenors in close position. Or here the same with 4 trombones. Since there are 5 saxes in a big band, when we use 4-note chords, the lead line can be doubled an octave lower to support it. That's easily set up in Divisimate with a transposer plugin. And if the lead line goes too high, you can simply transpose the second highest note of the chord to keep all instruments playing in good ranges. Of course, that would have to be played with 2 hands and involve some practicing, but this can easily be done using Divisimate, routing the second highest voice to the lowest instrument of the section and transposing an octave down. This is called drop 2 voicing, because you're dropping voice 2 of your chord down an octave. Even though I play closed voicings on the keyboard, through Divisimate it changes into a drop 2 voicing instantly. The result is a larger spaced sound that has more warmth and a bit more bottom to it. If the lead line moves even higher, more notes will exceed the ranges of the lower instruments and the voicing will start to sound very tense. To take care of that, you can go one step further and drop the second and the 4th note of the chord down an octave. This is called surprise, drop 2 and 4 voicing. Now that we have checked out these concepts, we can get a feel for them in the full ensemble. Yes, there are 13 instruments, but many times it's only 4 notes that are distributed among the band. For example, 5 saxes with double lead, together with 4 trombones and 4 trumpets doubling the voicing an octave higher, gets you this familiar large big band sound. And this one features the trumpets with a Harmonmute. Of course, there are many more things you can do with a big band. but having this concerted writing down is a good start. You can download this template for multiple different DAWs from our website, including a bunch of orchestration and voicing presets to get you started. Also, check out the amazing instruments by Audio Modeling. Links are in the video description. Let us know in the comments if there's anything else you'd like to know. Thanks for watching, and see you on the next one.